Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah. I'm a registered dietitian, and today we are talking all about meal planning. A lot of times people will come to me and they'll say, you know, I know what to do. I know I have to eat healthier. I know I have to sleep better. I know I have to manage my stress. I know I should get more exercise. But they're always like, but how do I actually do that? Like, how do I increase my vegetable intake? How do I get more protein? How do I do these things to make these changes? And usually what it boils down to is just having a little bit of a better plan. So if you feel like you're in a recipe rut, or it becomes Wednesday or Thursday and you didn't get the right groceries, you don't know what to make, and so you end up just getting Uber Eats again, this video is for you. And there's honestly weeks where that's how it goes, and that's okay. It's never going to be perfect. Don't strive for perfection, but if you can plan out your meals a little bit better, that really will help you. Now, there is a difference between meal planning and meal prepping. So meal planning is what we're gonna go over today. And it's just the act of having at least an idea of what you're gonna make for the week and then getting those groceries that you need. Meal prepping would involve having, you know, all those Tupperware containers. You're getting all set up on a Sunday perhaps, and then you spend most of the afternoon prepping your food for the week. Now, if you can do that and you like doing that, cool, that's awesome. I find for me personally, doing a lot of meal prep leads to me getting sick of the food by Wednesday, or it's just not as good at the end of the week, or I simply don't have the taste for that anymore. I'm not really craving it. And that leads me into my next point, which is you can absolutely be an intuitive eater and also be a meal planner and or a meal prepper. People sometimes think that intuitive eaters are just winging it all the time, eating whatever sounds good in the moment, but that's not really always practical. Now, while as an intuitive eater, I can eat whatever the heck I want, whenever I want, I don't have the budget or the time to just always go out to eat and get whatever my heart desires. Plus, I wouldn't really feel very good if I was always doing that. So that's why I want to show you today how, as an intuitive eater, I do meal plans so that way I'm able to be conscious of my health and meet my goals, but also enjoy what I'm actually eating. Okay, the biggest tool that you're gonna need is either a notebook or, my personal favorite, some kind of whiteboard and a marker. So my husband is obsessed with whiteboards. We have probably 10 of them in this house, and they all have different purposes for to-do list, grocery list, meal planning, anything else that you can think of, we have a whiteboard for. And I've grown to love them, so now I use them all the time too. But that is usually what I start with, is either a whiteboard or a piece of paper. And the first thing I do is I just write down all the days of the week. So we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the biggest thing that I plan is dinners. That's the hardest meal, in my opinion, to plan for, because it kind of gets old having the same thing every single day. And I'm gonna go over how I plan for breakfast and lunch too, but for the purpose of this part of the video, we're just gonna be talking about dinner. So we do have some repeats throughout the week that we honestly make every single week and don't really get tired of. So like on Tuesdays, or really any day of the week, we'll do tacos or some other kind of Mexican food. So I usually plan on having that in some way. And we mix it up. We'll do beef tacos one night, and then we'll do chicken quesadillas, and then we'll do maybe a shrimp taco salad. So even though we have the same general concept, we mix it up week to week. That way we don't get bored of having just, you know, beef tacos every single Tuesday. But let's go ahead for this purpose and put Tuesday, I'm just gonna put Mexican cuisine. Another weekly staple that we have is pizza. So Ross has really mastered his own homemade pizza dough, and so he makes that once a week, and we usually have that around the weekend. So I'll put that on Saturday, homemade pizza. And then the rest of my meals, I either think back to what I've had in the past and really enjoyed. I base it around the simple idea of a meat, vegetable, and starch, or I start from scratch and I get on Pinterest and I literally type in easy dinner ideas, healthy dinner ideas, veggie forward dinner ideas, whatever I'm feeling for that week. But those are kind of the three ways I go about the rest of the meals. I either think back to one we've had before that I really enjoyed, I base it around the whole protein, starch, veggie concept, or I start from scratch. So let's say for Monday, I want to make something I've had in the past that I've really enjoyed. One of my favorites that I make is this baked spaghetti squash, which I'll link down below. And it is getting to be spaghetti squash season, so let's have that on Monday. And then let's say Wednesday we'll make another staple, which might be my turkey meatball pitas. I love those. And then we still have Thursday, Friday, and Sunday left. So maybe for Thursday and Friday, I will get on Pinterest or another one of my favorite food recipe blogs and find a good recipe. And then on Sunday, or maybe on Friday, we enjoy going out to eat. We usually get food either delivered to our house or we go out to the restaurant at least once a week, sometimes more, depending on what we're feeling. But that is one less meal that I have to plan for, which is great. And sometimes I really do just wing it. Like if I don't get enough groceries, I don't get the chance to do a thorough meal plan, I have enough stuff stocked up that I can kind of throw something together. You know, I always have like beans and corn, tortillas. I usually have chicken breast, whether fresh or frozen. I usually have like frozen bags of vegetables that I can make, or potatoes. So even if it is a situation where I'm kind of just winging it, I at least have the stuff that I need to wing it. Which, that being said, I did forget to mention that before I even start making my plan, I do see what I have on hand. So I look through the cabinets, I look through the fridge, and I see what I have because I don't love to waste food. And so if I have some leftover turkey from the last week, I will use that and repurpose it for the following week. But I do try to take inventory before I start my meal plan. Okay, so breakfast, lunch, and snacks I don't get quite in detail about because those are just a little bit easier to plan for. So for myself personally, I almost always have leftovers for lunch. So I almost always make an extra serving or two of dinner so that way both Ross and I can have leftovers the next day. And then I usually have things on hand as well for wraps, sandwiches, and salads. Your basic lunch stuff. And the ingredients for those don't go bad very quickly, so I can have deli meat and cheese in the fridge for a little while. But that's my plan for lunch. I just make extra dinner and take it the next day, or if there wasn't enough from dinner to eat the next day, I feel comfortable packing a salad or wrap or a sandwich. And then for breakfast, I'm not someone who wants to have the same breakfast every single day. As an intuitive eater, I would hate that. I like to have some variety from morning to morning, but I do have just a few staples. Some sort of egg dish is a common thing for me, so I usually have eggs, whether they're scrambled or over easy or whatever else, and then I pair it with some kind of fruit usually, and if I can sneak in a veggie, say like in an egg scramble, I'll do that, and I have toast along with it sometimes too. Another staple would be like oatmeal. I really enjoy having that. And so if I do oatmeal, I do want to add some protein to that. So I'll either do like a protein powder mixed in, or I'll do chia seeds and peanut butter in there for some protein and some healthy fat. I also like to add fruit to my oatmeal just to add some color. So I always add some kind of berries or apple slices, something like that to my oatmeal as well. Sometimes it's a busy morning. I sleep in a little bit, I'm feeling a little rushed, I will just grab a protein shake and a piece of fruit, and that will truly satisfy me, at least to my mid-morning snack. What else do I enjoy for breakfast? I will do like a Greek yogurt parfait, so I got some protein there. I'll add, again, some berries, maybe some granola to it. Really for breakfast and every meal and snack, it boils down to getting some kind of protein especially, and then if you can sneak in fruit or veggie, that's great, but also some healthy fat and fiber too. That's how you make your meals and snacks keep you full for a lot longer. Because if I, for breakfast, just had a banana, bananas are obviously very healthy for us, they're a great thing to have, but what would happen if I ate that banana is my blood sugar would spike up and spike back down, and I would feel hungry very shortly after. Alright, and then speaking of snacks, it's the last thing I sort of plan ahead for. Those I'm pretty consistent with. I have similar things most weeks. So if I don't have Greek yogurt for breakfast, I will usually have it for a snack, and again, I'll top it with either something crunchy like granola and or some kind of fruit, maybe some nuts. That way it is more of a satisfying snack than just having, you know, plain Greek yogurt. I have hard-boiled eggs quite frequently. I really enjoy those. I'll put some everything bagel seasoning on those and maybe have like some fruit with it or some veggies. I will do hummus quite often, so I either will make my own or I'll get it from the store, and I will do hummus and veggies and or crackers. I have string cheese almost every day. I have protein shakes on hand at home and at work. That way I can just sip on one of those if I need something quick. Again, for my snacks and for every meal, it really is just whatever sounds good, and I do try to make it have a balanced approach of protein, healthy fat, and or fiber in there just to make it more satiating for me. But once I have an idea of what I'm gonna have for all my dinners, and then I have at least a general plan for my lunch, breakfast, and snacks, then I make my grocery list. I highly recommend making a grocery list instead of just going to the store and trying to remember what you needed or just like winging it all together, because that will likely lead to you forgetting something. I'm speaking from experience here. So having a plan and a list will really help you. In that, I keep it simple. I literally either put it on my phone or I put it on a whiteboard and take a picture of it with my phone. I'll do pen and paper. I do have a free grocery list template if you would be someone who wants to kind of categorize your groceries into different food groups. So like grains, fruits, veggies. So if you guys want to snag that, it's on my website. Head over there. I'll link that below. But even if it's as simple as just making a general list, you're doing awesome. All right, guys, that's really it. I don't overcomplicate it. I'm not a huge fan personally of, micromanaging every single meal, making a big old to-do list, and spending most of my day on Sunday prepping. I keep it as simple as planning my dinners and having stuff on hand for my breakfast and my snacks. And that's what intuitive eating is all about, is just kind of going on a whim, doing your best to plan as you can, but not letting it stress you out to the point where if you don't follow the plan, then you feel like you've done something wrong. That is not intuitive eating. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any other meal planning tips, please leave them below for everyone else to see. I know it can be very overwhelming for a lot of people. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!